Good morning and happy Labor Day from Brian of Brian's Budget Bonsai. I have the day off and I'm finally getting around to doing the pruning that I spoke of in the previous video that ended up being just a big bench tour. But we're going to get down to some actual business. This is that hydrangea bush that I mentioned before. And you see it's been allowed to grow up pretty big. Originally, this was planted as a cascade. This branch right here, let me bring it in a little closer here for you guys. This branch right here was the cascading branch. It still is, but you see that's got a lot of now vertical growth that's competing with that. I'd still like to keep this somewhat of a cascade. So I'm going to probably be pruning off some of these really, really long branches, and I do have a sucker coming up from the root base. I want to get rid of that. I'm going to try to see if I can, again, maybe do some selective pruning in here. Hopefully this one won't take too long. It's going to go in here, prune this one off at the base. Let me see how these old cut points are doing. That one looks like that one's pretty much healed off. Let's see what we can get out of this one here. That one still has got some healing to go. It's created a little bit of a reverse taper here. It's another reason why I'm going to remove some of these branches that are coming from here. I think that's creating a bulge there that's going to be nearly impossible to get rid of. So let's cut off this. And the flowers, again, start off white, turned green, a little bit past their prime, but I might save these as some cut flowers, you know, for the wife. Cut this one off. That's kind of growing up in between the two cascading branches. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one right here. I want to get rid of that one. Another cut flower. Alright, get this one off. Yeah, that one's a little bit past due. Crossing over midline, don't want that. I'm going to take off this other big one here. I might cut it back to a little bit of a stud here. I might get some growth you might want to keep. Okay. Let me bring you in a little closer to show you what I'm looking at here. Okay, in there we've got these two of the cascading branches. They crisscross here, so I'm thinking of doing is removing this one here, and then just keeping this here, and that way they can have their own little space. There we go. That looks a lot better. I'm going to prune back just to the first inner node. A lot of these. Do that to the rest of this here. encourage more of the downward branches. It's kind of on the inside of the curve. These are on the inside of the curve. Might keep that. I'm not going to keep that. It's questionable about whether or not we need all three of these to cascade. This one's growing from the underside here. So I might come in and just take that one off here and get that from a different angle. We'll see what we're doing a little bit better if I cut off more of these, because I know I'm not saving them. That makes it a lot easier to kind of see what we're doing here. All right, so do I need 3 cascading branches? Or can we get away with just, I like to have 2 of them. The question is right here, I think on this one, this is 1 branch, goes into 2 cascading branches. They're right on top of each other. This one branches a little further back. I like the movement in this one. It's a little bit of a stronger branch. I'm going to get rid of this here. Oh, that was a rough cut. I gotta clean that up. Nope. It's hard to get in there with the right tool. There we go. I think this is our best bet here. Cut that off. Clean that nasty cut up. Get rid of some of the bulge in that area. This one's growing up and in between. Gonna get rid of that. This one's kind of competing with the one behind it, so we're gonna get rid of that. A lot of these are growing straight up. I'm gonna try, let's see, prune that one off. It's growing towards the center. I think this one's more vertical. We're going to cut off that one and then prune it back to there. That's a dead one. That's growing from the underside. Keep that. That one was a really rough cut. We're going to cut that back. More of a flush cut. Cut off some of that damaged bark. A little more of a flush cut. It's got, kind of getting it at a weird angle there. Got to thread it between the branches here. There we go. That's better. That's better. The question is, do we even need this one all together? That might be a thing to think about. Is this one, again, contributing to the thickness of this bulge here? I'm gonna remove this whole branch here in favor of this. So that's coming off at a weird angle. There we go, I think that's better. Alrighty, let's see. What else are we gonna remove from here? Okay, like anything that's growing straight up, prune back, cut off. Grow across and over, we don't want that. These two are flatter, while these are more vertical. This one does have some nice movement in it, but don't know if I want to keep it. I may actually want to take both this and this one off. That one, I don't think we need. Now, if we kept it, we could have more branching growing in this direction, but I really do want to have this balanced somehow. Don't think that is it. Again, here with the knob cutters here, I think that's what we're going to do with this one here. Boink. Question is, do we lose this? Or do we lose this? There's a different styling. That one you can see, we got our branches growing, got a cascade branch on this side and a more horizontal branch on this side. However, if we lose that, we end up having a little more of a crown. Hold on. Okay. This is our first option. Cascading branch towards the right. Crown, more vertical branch towards the left. And got some more movement on that side. If we got rid of that, that would be more of our branch style there. Going down this way here for the cascade, and then the other branch heading off in this direction. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know, you guys may have an opinion which one you feel is better, but before this video is over, I'm going to make a decision. Let's look at that again. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of having this part as a crown. The plant wants to grow vertical, so I think we do need to give it some chance to grow vertical. This one's already naturally cascading. This one I think I can, if I eliminated this, it would make the tree a little bit more compact. Otherwise, this is going to continue to grow out in this direction, making the tree wider and wider. Cut this off. We again make it a little more compact, but we also let it grow into its vertical growth. So I think I've made my decision. Agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to take this branch off here. There we go. I'm going to cut back to first internodes on that one. That one's, Well, that one's a bar branch, so you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that one off. We're not going to use that one. I'm going to clean up that a little bit. There we go. That's a dead pruning stub, so we're going to get rid of that. And just trim these back. Clean this one up a little more. Yeah, it's just got that big bulge there. That might take a lot of work to get undone. We had a pruning scar there, so I'm worried that we're going to get a lot of pruning scars in this one area here, and that's going to just result in that bulge getting bigger. I think I do have to minimize the amount of branches that grow from this area. Okay, so that's what we're left with. A lot of heavy pruning on this one. I'm going to put some wood glue on these. You can see before I had some putty before. I'm going to wood glue this old cut up first. Helps when you open it up. There we go. A little in there. And then on all these cut points. Got a little dribble there, take care of that. Okay, so I have left one little leaf. So that is my hydrangea bush. Again, not exactly remembering the variety. I'll probably be doing some more pruning today and creating more bonsai videos, but I'm going to try to keep them a little shorter. So that's all we're going to do today for this bonsai. I think I've cut back enough. Hopefully this will be helpful. I may eventually change the potting angle. Slight tip, it used to be like laying down and more in this direction and even more of a cascade on that side. When I repotted it a year ago, I did bring the trunk more upright. It might not be the final planting angle. We'll have to see. We'll also see what type of new growth we get next time. Alrighty, I'm going to call it on this one. I'll make more prunes on other trees, but I'm going to make these all separate videos so they won't become so long. So, happy bonsaiing, stay cool, you take care now.